and at that time it is a dynamic, so tools like Lighthouse could not recognize its issues. So another challenge is manual alt text images. In applications which are have thousands of images, so every image it is not possible to write caption or description for each images. This is also a very big challenge. And another challenge, most of the organizations accessibility remains like when we develop the product, then we consider the accessibility issues. So and WCAG compliance also falls short. Like it evolves rapidly and makes the rules how all users could access our application. So these are some challenges. Now we will discuss how AI could help us to overcome from these challenges. Like there are some models, machine learning models, which can analyze our application at the runtime or dynamic interval. At that time, they can suggest or fix the improvements to the user and also detect some kind of accessibility issues. And just for example, if there is a image and it doesn't show clearly or there is a contrast issues, at that time it detect and find and fix their issues. And now I will talk about some AI uses, four AI use cases. First is automatic alt text generation. As we discussed earlier that there are several images that is not possible to write manually all the alternatives or text for these kinds of images, but AI models can analyze these images that detect the which person or things is in this image, then they can write the description for that image. And another is smart color contrast detection. In WCAG guidelines, there are some contrast ratios given by them that everyone could recognize or use your application. So these ratios will not be able to manage manually. So AI can analyze these ratios and fix them so that everyone can use. Next is voice-driven navigation. Voice-driven navigation means some users which are unable to interact our application using like hand or some kind of disabilities they have. So they can control or navigate your application using voice commands. So there are some AIs who are enabled to complete or interface models that can also natural languages. Next is content simplification. Content simplification means users who are cognitively disabled, they are not able to understand the complex text, or then these models comes and make it simple to understand them. Now Raki will continue.
Okay, and now let's talk about that how AI helps us to improving the user experience. So manually, if we are going to improve the user experiences, actually it will take a lot of time, and companies will depend upon the user surveys, feedbacks, and etc. It takes even a month to resolve this and the first concept is the heat maps. Heat maps shows where the users clicks the most in the web pages. So if you let's suppose you have a web page and there is a create report button, and if you place that create report button at the bottom of the page, user can ignore that, or user cannot see that there is a button to create a report. So AI will detect this and alert the developer to place that button at the top of the page. So we use the iQuant AI model for this heat maps. Now the second is AI generated variants. Now our designers create multiple pages for a single page, which works the best for as a user experiences. So if you give the proper prompt to the AI, and so AI can create a multiple pages according to the user experiences, better user experience and accessibility. Now we can select from that. Now the third is friction detection. Here the friction detection means where the user is stuck or confuses. Okay, so let's take an example of a login page. There is a login button and users click the button, But that time API is getting called, and the API is getting, it is taking the time to send the response. But that time user click the button repeatedly. So this is called the raise click. This is called the raise click. So AI can detect this, and it alerts the developer to add a loader or disable the button, so user cannot click and click again and again. Now the fourth one is personalized rendering. Some users prefers the compact layout, larger text or smaller text. AI can system out this with their user preferences and color contrast as well. Now, now come to the technical architecture, how AI-driven accessibility has built with the multiple layers. The first layer is the front-end layer. Front-end layer is that layer where the user interacts with that interface, and it can be it is developed with any technologies like React, Angular, Vue, anything, and it contains a form, buttons, images. Now, the second layer is the AI service layer. Every images or everything has their description. Let's suppose our images, we add the alt text, fields with the labels. So here, AI service layer optimize this and alerts the developer to add a description. And let's suppose there is a multiple charts and images. Manually, if we are going to add all the description in all the images, it is not possible to do it faster. So AI helps us in this layer. Now the third layer is analyze engine. Analyze engine is used to analyze our project with such as the WCAG, that is the Web Content Accessibility Guidelines. There is a 3 levels of accessibility. First is A, second is AA, and third level is AAA. And AI is analyze that this project achieves the AAA accessibility or AA, and it finds that every element is working with the keyboard itself or not. Now the fourth one is Insight Dashboard. Insight Dashboard is used to create a report for the developers and the products team that there is issues with the accessibility and user experiences, and even give the suggestion how we can improve our user experiences. Now let's come to the real world example. Now let's take an example of real world. There is a SaaS dashboard which contains the company's business data. So there can be multiple charts, images, and forms, etc., etc. So every forms have a label fields, and images has a description. So if users if developers are going to add all the description in all the charts, it will take a lot of time. So AI helps us to add all the description in all the images. Now the second is poor contrast. There is a multiple themes in our project: dark mode, light mode. In dark mode, sometimes we add the dark mode, but the text is not matched with the background. So AI helps us to add a better contrast between the text and the background. Now the third is identity. So sometimes disabled persons are not able to read the screens, and some developers are not like to use the mouse. So according to the WCAG, every element must be accessible by the keyboard itself. So we just click the tab, and every elements are going to be done. Now the fourth one is predicts user drop. If we going to manually apply this all things, we can only know the user experience after the product is launched. Users will give the feedbacks. Yeah, this is not working. This is not working. But at the time when we use AI can help to achieve this user experience at the time of the development itself. So yeah, AI helps to get the user experiences better. Now I will tell how business impact with this. First is the higher retention. As our product is accessible and user experience, then many users will continue with this. So users will like to continue with them, and companies get a larger amount of users. So and The second one is the large legal risk. In many countries, there is a act to to make a product with the proper accessible with AAA level. Like US has a act of American Disability Act. UK has a act of Equality Act. So yeah, if you does not follow this act, you can companies may have should have paid the penalties or fines. Now the third one is faster iteration. As I said that if you developers are going to add all the descriptions and accessible user experiences, then it will take a lot of time, and so AI can make it faster. And yeah, thank you.